So Kelly Ikenberry, business coach extraordinaire. If you have not had a one-on-one with her or have utilized her services, you need to do so. She's phenomenal. She helped me. I told her I was going to blame her for my little 45-day hiccup. She helped me realize that I needed to make some changes in my business, and I am so grateful that she uses the DISC profile, because she can sincerely and truly give you insight to what you need to be looking for, whether as an employee or whether you're having some conflict in other areas. And she's absolutely phenomenal. And she will help you make more and play more. Kelly Ikenberry, business coach.
45-day hiccups are sometimes the best ways to learn.
Yes.
All right, so good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. I have a 9 and a 4-year-old, so we do story time quite a bit at our house, and I usually make up stories then. But in the real world, when I'm serving as business coach, I don't get to make up the stories. I'm often very surprised by the stories that come to me because my specialty is people. And what do people keep doing for us? They keep surprising us. So I thought I would share some stories with actual clients to give you a better picture of how I work with people, what they come to me for, and what kind of results they're getting. Game?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, like story time. Okay, so first, to our Asian Tom Brady, Mr. Andy Wynn. Thank you, sir, for your outside referral. I've been working with this couple on their business for 4 months. They came to me because they felt like they were being held hostage by their 40 employees. Held hostage, that's a pretty strong word. However, it was very true. They were both, intensely burnt out. Is that a good word for it? So we started working together quite a bit. We worked together on a one-to-one basis on a weekly time frame and went to work on them first. Because really when we talk about effective communication, whether it's with people in your sales capacity, people with your management capacity, it really starts at the top. And so I did quite a bit of analysis and held them accountable for some mindset changes. They had to change themselves before they could ever believe that their people could change and come alongside the attitudes that they were wanting to actually implement and see in their businesses. So after 4 months, they come to me at my office and they sit, and there is this peace about them. And there's been a lot of changes in their interview process. We've changed their hiring process. We've changed their training process. And it all started with them. Now they have the next tier of their leadership coming to me as well. And we're working very diligently to keep the attitudes in check and to keep the positiveness and the peacefulness rolling through their restaurant, which it happens to be a restaurant. And so that is one story. We're continuing to work together, but now they have, as they said, we've got all the ducks on the same pond, and they're all at least swimming peacefully with each other, whereas before it used to be an iced over pond, and they were running into each other. So the feathers are not flying like they used to. Another one is a referral from Teresa, an outside referral from Teresa. This lady came to me because she was quite, she was burned out as well. She'd been doing her business for about 20 years. She's in the real estate industry, and she wanted to just get out. She came to me and said, I have no partner to talk to about this, and I don't want a partner. My spouse doesn't fill that role. I can't take it to my staff. So she asked me to serve more in the business strategy capacity. So we started meeting every other week. We've now been meeting for 9 months together, and her entire outlook on her business has changed. She's gone from being burnt out and ready to just get out and be done with everything to actually enjoying it, being energized, making positive changes, incorporating her staff, and who knows where she's going to go next. But now she doesn't even think that it's going to be another 5 years before she's ready to retire and get out of her business. Thank you to Jamie for another outside referral. This was someone who Jamie actually reconnected me to a couple of years ago, and she joined one of my coaching groups. She had never participated in anything like the DISC or the values assessments, And we ran them on her small staff, and she saw why it was really working well with one person and why it was really not working well with another person. Now she is needing to replace the one that was working really well. So she came to me a couple of weeks ago and said, we need to do this. I want to do it the right way. The last time that I did it, I hired the wrong person, and it was a headache to try to get rid of them. I want to do it the right way. You know the right way, so teach me. So we're working more on a project basis so that we can incorporate the DISC assessment and the material that comes with it into the hiring process so that she can actually hire from characteristics as well as attitudes, not just what a person can do to fill a job description. Oftentimes that's where people go wrong, is that they're hiring just simply for a job description instead of hiring for the characteristics of a person. And thanks to some of the work that I've done with some of you in the room, is that we're incorporating her core values. And she's going to interview and she's going to hire from her core values. And then the second step is to find out, does the person actually have the skill set to go with it? Because when you hire in a small business, every single person needs to pull their own weight. And when they're not, you can't just push them off into another position like big companies do. So every single person needs to pull their own weight. And if their core values don't match up with the owners, that is just asking for trouble. So we get to work together now on a project basis through her hiring process, and then toward the end of the process, after she has the new person in place, we're going to come in and do a team building exercise using the DISC and the values so that they're getting off on the right foot, communicating more effectively with help from an outside perspective, so that conflict and tension is practically not even going to be apparent. When conflict and tension come up, it's also a great tool to use those DISC and values assessments to bring that back so that you're not pointing fingers. You can just simply say, remember the differences we had? Remember the core values we're operating from? One of them is in violation. To be able to do that, instead of coming and saying, you did the wrong thing, in a small business where you're wanting to capitalize on everyone's strengths, it's a much better approach to it. Finally, I want to thank Scott for an outside referral. This is something that I'm still in the works with, but I'm putting together now custom leadership manuals based simply on the DISC and the values assessments, and I've never done it before, and so thank you for your referral. We'll see how it goes, because it's going to potentially, if I believe, or I do believe that it's going to make a huge impact on how leadership and sales training can be customized instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, which is normally what a lot of people in my industry will provide, is a one-size-fits-all sales training or leadership training, when in fact you need to customize it. So thank you, sir. So with that, hopefully my stories have helped. And just as a reminder, let's see if this works. Coaching is not for the learning of factors, but for the training of the mind. And that comes from Thomas Leonard, who is the father of coaching as I know it. And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for all of your outside referrals. They've helped me grow tremendously. I'm here to help you make more and play more.